You were an Indiana Fever fan. If you're a Caitlin Clark fan, it was a brutal game to sit through. No Caitlin Clark, no Sophie Cunningham, no Chloe Bibby.
The Indiana Fever's latest playoff appearance turned into a nightmare, not only on the court but inside the arena, as frustrated fans made their voices heard by walking out mid-game chanting, "We want Caitlin," sending a clear message that without Caitlin Clark, this team feels incomplete, uninspired, and ultimately unwatchable. From the opening tip against the Atlanta Dream, it was obvious the Fever were in trouble, and what followed was one of the ugliest performances of the season as Kelsey.
And I've said it before, it's my understanding that Natasha Howard was signed to be the fourth big star on this team. And if Caitlin Clark is not playing, well, it seems to me like Natasha Howard should move up and it becomes a big three, right? The only problem is only one of your now intact big three decided to show up, and it was Kelsey.
Mitchell tried to drag her team to respectability while Aaliyah Boston and Natasha Howard completely disappeared, leaving a packed Gainbridge Fieldhouse stunned and then slowly emptied by the fourth quarter, proving once again that Clark's absence is the biggest storyline in Indiana. The Dream exposed every flaw in the Fever's roster, with Boston shooting just 3 of 9 for 8 quiet points and Howard scoring only 5 on 2 of 7 attempts, numbers that are simply unacceptable for players expected to be franchise cornerstones when Clark is sidelined, while Mitchell dropped 27 points in 33 minutes on an efficient 9 of 18 shooting night but got little help as the offense sputtered without Clark's floor spacing and leadership, making the game feel over by halftime. When Atlanta controlled every possession with ease, fans who showed up hoping to see a playoff fight instead witnessed empty energy, bad rotations, questionable coaching decisions from Stephanie White, and a team that looked lost as chants for Clark grew louder, echoing through the arena while rows of empty white seats highlighted the disconnect between the franchise and its supporters.
I'm still mad. This was a winnable game for the Indiana Fever in round one. Game one versus the Atlanta Dream. We had the opportunity to steal one. We came out with the right energy, the right focus. The second quarter, they made adjustments. They upped their intensity, slowed down the game, upped their physicality, and we just didn't make any adjustments. Yes, the referees were clowns. Yes, Aaliyah Boston was a no-show. Yes, Natasha Howard looked like a fossil out there on the floor who should not be in the league because she's washed. Yes, all of that is true. Our head coach, Stephanie White, is a bonehead. All of that is true. And with that being said, we had an opportunity to win. And now we have Stephanie White at the podium with no idea on what to do.
The Fever ultimately fell 80-68, but the scoreline does not capture the frustration of the fan base, who expected Boston and Howard to step up in Clark's absence but instead saw two players play timidly in a moment that demanded aggression, leadership, and star-level responsibility. The harsh truth is clear: without Caitlin Clark, this team is not a contender, not a draw, and not a product fans are willing to pay for, because Clark isn't just a player, she is the brand, the lifeline of the Fever. And the very reason Indiana became relevant in the national sports conversation. When she is on the floor, arenas sell out, TV ratings surge, jerseys fly off the shelves, and kids wear number 22 proudly, but when she's missing, what's left is a flat, lifeless product that even devoted fans cannot rally around, as evidenced by their decision to walk out in protest. Whether it's poor coaching, lack of effort from supposed stars, or inconsistent officiating, nothing excuses the fact that the Fever squandered a winnable playoff game by failing to rise to the moment, and the fan chants made it crystal clear that patience has run out. Indiana needs Clark back on the court immediately or risk not only losing games but also losing their fan base altogether. Because in the WNBA right now, there is Caitlin Clark.